If acting is something you've always wanted to do but didn't know how to start, let's change that, starting right now. This video is for anyone who is just getting started in their acting career or maybe coming back to acting after an extended break. I want to share my top tips for starting an acting career in 2025. What's up, my fellow actors? Welcome to the Acting Career Center, here to help you learn the skills you need to break into the film and television industry. My name is Kurt Yu. Thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get more videos on acting, auditioning, and career advice. Today we're talking about how to start an acting career in 2025. Now, I've made other how to start videos in the past, but I think we are due for an update. And just like my previous how to start videos, we're going to kick things off with two questions for you. Why do you want to be an actor? What inspires you to pursue this wild and unpredictable career? And what is your biggest acting goal? Share those answers down in the comments below. And even if you've answered before, I would love to hear if your goals and your motivations have evolved. Let's keep the conversation going and inspire one another. Now, today's topic, how to start an acting career in 2025. Whether you're just starting from scratch or you're picking up where you left off, I'm going to walk you through the steps that I recommend and share some advice that I wish I had gotten when I first started. So grab a notebook and take some notes, or just sit back and take it all in. Let's kick things off with step number one: take acting classes. This is probably not a surprise to you because I mention it all the time here on my channel, but I cannot overstate how important this is. Even if you're naturally talented, training is still essential. Classes help you continuously improve your craft, and that mindset of constant growth is what sets you up for long-term success. But acting classes do more than just improve your skills. They're where you start building your network. When I was first starting out, my classmates and my teachers were my first industry connections. You know, I didn't have any connections in the industry when I was working as a software developer. It was through the people that I met in class that I found my first agent and learned about local casting directors and discovered the best headshot photographers in the area, and so on. They even became my support system. Look, acting can be a roller coaster, and having people who you can talk to, who understand the highs and the lows of the career, make a huge difference. So the next question that often comes up is, should you take online classes or in-person classes? Now, both have their benefits, and I have done both myself. Online classes are incredibly convenient, right? You can study with top teachers from anywhere in the world without leaving your house. That's a huge advantage, especially if you live in an area with limited local options. You'll still get to practice scenes and get feedback and improve your craft, but all virtually. But in-person classes have huge benefits too. Look, acting is a physical, in-the-room experience. Being in a live space with your scene partner, feeling their energy, physically interacting with them, like a simple handshake or a hug or a playful nudge with your elbow, or handing them something like a gift. Those are things you can't fully replicate through a screen. Plus, in-person classes help you get used to performing in front of others, which builds confidence and prepares you for real-world acting. Now, if in-person classes aren't accessible to you right now, whether it's because of location or schedule or cost, don't let that stop you. Online training is still extremely valuable. Like I said, I've taken online classes myself, but if you ever get the chance to join a good in-person class, I highly recommend that. Now, here's a step that many actors overlook, but I think is invaluable: doing background work. Being an extra in a film or a TV set is a fantastic way to learn how professional sets operate. It's low pressure because you don't have lines or major responsibilities, but it gives you a front row seat to watch how the actors and the director and the crew members work together. When I first started, doing background work helped me feel comfortable on set, which made landing my first speaking role a lot less intimidating. Next, let's talk about one of the most important skills you'll need: auditioning. So acting is one thing, But auditioning is another beast entirely. It is a unique skill that you have to develop separately. For example, on set, you might be working with other actors in a fully developed environment with furniture and props and everything to help you believe in the character's circumstances that you're supposed to be in. But in an audition, you're often in an empty room, or these days, on a self tape, with none of the real world context that you would have on set. So, if you're new to auditioning, I highly recommend taking an audition class. Many acting studios offer classes specifically designed to help you master the process of auditioning. And speaking of auditions, if you haven't already downloaded my audition cheat sheet yet, you can grab it for free right up there. It's my 10-step audition preparation process that has helped me book over 100 roles in movies, TV shows, and commercials. So if you want to give yourself the edge in auditions, go ahead and download it from that link right up there. Now, I mentioned that most auditions are now self-tape. Self-taping is another skill that you'll have to learn as an actor, but don't worry, it's not rocket science. Even if you're not that tech savvy, I promise you can learn how to create a great self-tape audition with not much more than just your phone. Now, I have other videos dedicated to self-taping, so if you want to check those out, you can click them right up there. Now let's talk about marketing materials, specifically headshots and demo reels. Your headshot is your business card. It's not just a pretty picture, it's a tool to help casting directors see you in a particular role. But here's the thing, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on headshots right away. You can definitely start with a great photo that your friend takes of you, especially if you're just doing extra work or auditioning for unpaid projects. Now, once you've developed a better understanding of the business side of acting and know the character types that you are trying to market yourself as, then it is a good idea to invest in some professional headshots. I have a much more in-depth video about headshots right up there. Now, your demo reel is equally as important. It is a showcase of your acting. Now, if you don't have professional footage yet, that's okay. You can create your own demo reel. You just need to showcase your acting ability. So it can be as simple as a self-tape style scene. Or if you want to go the extra mile, film a scene with another actor as if it were a short film. Look, when I started, I teamed up with classmates to film scenes. We didn't have fancy equipment, and nowadays it's even easier because you can film with just your phone. It's not going to look like a $1 million production, but it doesn't have to. It just has to showcase your acting ability. Here's a separate video that I specifically made about demo reels. All right, we covered a lot here, but before we end, let me give you 3 pieces of advice. Number 1. Don't compare yourself to others. I know it's tempting, especially in the age of social media, to look at what other actors are doing and feel like that we're falling behind. But comparison is a trap. Comparison is the thief of joy. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Focus on improving your skills and take it one step at a time. Second, embrace the small steps. Acting is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get discouraged if you're not booking major roles right out of the gate. Start with taking classes, start with growing your network, start with doing some background work. Every small step is a win, and it builds momentum, and before you know it, you'll look back and you'll see how far you've come. And lastly, take control of your career. Don't simply wait for opportunities to come to you. Create them. Whether it's filming scenes with your classmates or writing your own scripts or producing your own indie projects, the more proactive that you are, the more prepared that you'll be when bigger opportunities come your way. All right, that's it for this video. If you liked it, I'm sure you'll also like this one over here. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and I can't wait to see you on set one day.